Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video here with me, Arne Schmidt, and we're playing Blue-White Lotus Field today in Explorer. And this deck list I got from none other than Patrick Wu, who's playing his Pioneer Regional Championship in Canada, I believe, this weekend. Or is he playing in the US? I don't know, but in any case, there's a Canadian Regional Championship happening. I'm pretty sure about that. So in his Discord, he posted this and he was like, yeah, this is my latest list and I'm 20-0 in Magic Online leagues with it. Sure, Pioneer, but you know, pretty easily portable. There's no card actually missing here for Explorer. We have everything. And yeah, there has been a lot of changes to the Blue-White Lotus Field archetype. He was one of the proponents. He was the one that top 8'd, I think, a Canadian Regional Championship with the deck and sort of put it on a map in Pioneer. And so yeah, I wanted to give his latest list a try, and I think you guys also like Blue-White Lotus Field a decent amount, or just I feel like I'm hearing that sometimes here and there when people suggest things to have me play. So yeah, what do we have? So first of all, we have some intrinsic changes happening to the deck. There used to be 4 Strict Proctor that has to yeah, that just gotten replaced, and now we play Tail's End. We still have the 4 Discontinuity, but now we use Tail's End to just get rid of the Lotus Field. But the Strict Proctor is still in the sideboard, so I guess some decks, Enigmatic Bias comes to mind, Humans, the new Discover combo deck, they rely on permanents entering the battlefield, so you can just board in Strict Proctor against those while disrupting them, and your own game plan is enabled better. I suppose it's not in the deck anymore because it just always got fatal pushed. I don't know. But I was always impressed by the card because you could always play it in the turn where you play your Lotus Field and they cannot respond, right? Sure, they can fatal push it after, but you got that Lotus Field trigger countered as what you wanted and needed. And yeah, new cards here, Get Lost and Sunken Citadel, 4 of new cards. Get Lost, just sort of the Fateful Absence, I guess, a little bit more flexibility even, because it does kill enchantments. And you give your opponent map tokens instead of a clue. I'm gonna be excited to try this out, we'll see. And yeah, Sunken Citadel. Add 2 mana of the chosen color, spends mana only to activate abilities of land source. That second ability is the relevant one here. So you can go Sunken Citadel turn 1, turn 2 Thespian stage, turn 3 Lotus Field, and then copy the Lotus Field. Wait a minute. It doesn't even make any sense. I was about to say then you could copy the Lotus Field, right? And then you have 2 Lotus Fields, but then you still have to sacrifice Lotus Field. No, yeah, right, because you have 1 Thespian stage, 1 Sunken Citadel, and 1 Lotus Field in play, so it doesn't really make any sense to do that. So how does this speed you up? It doesn't speed you up, you say? He went 20-0 with the deck. I'm just gonna copy paste and try this one, but I don't see the immediate purpose. Sure, you get to activate your Thespian stage cheaper. You get to activate Hall of Storm Giants, Castle Vantress, Castle Ardenvale. Yeah, I guess it does things in that regard. You can all of a sudden activate a Hall of Storm Giants on, you know, turn 5 if you have 2 of these in play. Yeah, in any case, there's 1 Anchorage in here as well, which, you know, pretty good land, I would say. One of the better ones from the new set. You get a 2/3 flyer that, you know, makes value every time it attacks with the map token. Could draw you cards later on, and so on and so on. So kind of cool. And then we also have Horned Loch-Whale. Really haven't touched the Lotus Field archetype in a while. And I guess this is good enough because it does give you an early removal and something to use all that Lotus Field mana with. So yeah, just big 6/6, comes down, does some things. Sweepers, 2 Lockdown. Usually didn't play that because you had Strict Proctor, but now you can. 2 Verdict, 2 Farewell. 3 Teferi, 4 Deluge, only 1 Emperor, going down on that one, and the full 4 Shark Typhoon. Alright, that is the main deck. Let's take a glance real quick over the sideboard. We have 4 Veto, 3 Dispute, 2 Reversal, and 3 Strict Proctor, of course, 1 more Verdict, and 2 Thought Distortion. So, you know, packing a lot of anti-spell hate here, I guess, yeah, control, creativity, spirits with those 3 mystical disputes, Thought Distortion. I mean, going heavy on that stuff. So basically saying that the main deck is configured very much so to beat the creature decks, all the various creature decks, and only one verdict coming in against those. No life gain shenanigans either. No like Baneslayer, no Dream Trawler. Relying on cheap removal and the various sweeper effects to get the job done against all the various creature decks. I'm a bit skeptical about this new approach. I'm not sure about all these cheap spot removal. I like the Lotus Field deck when it had, you know, sweepers and expensive cards and sort of went all in on that. Really a change of what we saw, or what I saw from Patrick the last time. I think he also played like 4 Javai Disruption or something in his previous lists. Maybe I'm wrong on that, but yeah, I'm gonna be yeah, we'll see. We'll see how this plays out with all these new cards. I'm gonna have my lenses on this and be certainly critical and skeptical a bit, but I try not to be too much skeptical either. So yeah, in any case, enough of an introduction. Let's play some Magic. All right, Obosh. I haven't seen Obosh in a long time. Yeah, this hand is on a play. We have 2 lands. That's just not enough. No Lotus Field. Lots of. Okay. Yeah, don't love it. But I'm gonna try it. I think I keep the Tails End in my hand. What are we removing? Maybe one of the 2 removals. Maybe Teferi. Maybe Shark Typhoon. I'm leaning towards Shark Typhoon. I'm playing against Obosh. Sorry, Teferi. Playing against Obosh, so probably a red aggressive deck. Huh. I could also get rid of this, put this on blue, because, you know, might not even be able to cast this soon. Yeah. Teferi is pretty clunky though, but it is a way. Like these red decks, playing against a red deck, Teferi is a really good way to win. But then I also have this Loch-Whale, so that's also a pretty good way to stabilize. So I should probably not get too greedy. Put this one on blue. Yeah. I mean, this is not a dual land. Like, this is a single land that comes to play tapped, so you would probably play a dual land in this slot. Sure, you can sort of treat it as a dual land, right? Because it does make 2 colors. You know, often it won't matter, but, you know, like there's Supreme Verdict, there's Mounting Emperor, there's Memory Deluge. You can't just, like, you need double white and double blue, then you have colorless lands like Thespian Stage, so it could be awkward at some point. That's all I'm trying to say. It's not, you know, it's not a dual land. Okay, they're casting something. Titan Strength, oh my gosh, yeah, hell yeah. I'm happily Lagoon breaching you. My Monastery Swift Spear, putting it to the bottom, alright. Now I would like to draw a Lotus Field. So unlucky. Yeah. That is very unlucky. Cacophony Scamp. Okay, well, I'm glad I put that Teferi to the bottom. Sorry to say, but we might be starting off with a bit of a non-game here. I mean, I'm already mulliganed to 6. It's not like I kept the greedy 7. But a Titan Strength. It's a long time since I've seen that card cast. When I got into Magic, into Standard back then, Titan Strength was legal. Wow. Okay, we're going all in, huh? Playing all these 1-mana 3+ power things, and then dealing me 7 more, huh? Alright, going to 5. Sure. Another scamp. Okay, well, I can't counter the trigger. It's kind of funny. Can counter the trigger with my Tails End. How much more damage do I want to take from this? I'll let him... Do they have another pump? They do. So I could go to 1, let him sacrifice, counter the sacrifice. Or I could just kill this now. Go to 4. It's probably the best. Going to 1 does not sound like a good idea. Sure, 2 map tokens. Yeah, the map tokens are pretty annoying with these creatures. But at least this one, they can't kill itself. They found another scamp. I'm gonna keep that. At 4. Put it to the bottom, okay. Well. Huh. I wonder if I should do it now in case I, hit Lotus Field, for example. Because I do want to probably play that. Or any, tap land. I feel like the likelihood of me casting a Tail's End here is kind of low. Alright, Lotus Field doing its Lotus Field thing, just fizzling with terrible cards in your hand. I mean, that's always why I sort of, I don't know. I was never certain what's the better version. Just straight up blue-white, simple blue-white control, nothing fancy. Or this powerful Lotus Field stuff where you just sometimes completely die. Yeah. To be fair, I mean, if these would be different spells, I wouldn't be in much better shape probably. Ay. Mamma mia. Now I'm in a rock and a hard place, huh? It's I go to 2, just when it dies, deals me 2. Temporary lockdown, I guess. Off the top. Or another Shark Typhoon to jump block. If they're playing a fight spell, a pump spell, and it's all over right here. Yeah, this was pretty embarrassing. I mean, and you're telling me that game 1 is supposed to be good against aggressive decks. I mean, I had 2 interaction spells. I just didn't do anything with my lands, I guess. Yeah, well. Strict Proctor is something you could have actually played here to block. Yeah, notably. As a comparison to the Tail's End. Well, I'm gonna copy the white land and then hope for a temporary lockdown. So only chance. Opponents taking their sweet time. What's going on? The lightning strike. Okay. Sure. So sideboarding. I mean, I have these vetoes. I think Strict Proctor is probably good enough. Just speeding me up a little bit is all I want. Farewell can go. Yeah, I mean, could cut some Tail's End probably. Although it is kind of nice against the Cacophony Scamp, I guess. Verdict. Verdict is not the best answer to these 1-drops. Seriously. Wandering Emperor would be. So, certainly Wandering Emperor would be. Yeah. Shark Typhoon is also somewhat questionable, but I feel like just having a free drop that does something is probably going to be good enough. And yeah, I'm not into the idea of playing Dovin's Veto against 1 mana 3/2. I'm amazed at my opponent's deck. Like, yeah, that is just, I don't know. I could not bring myself to play something like that, probably. Play 1-drop, pump spell, deal you 7. Oh my goodness. How are they killing the Fireblade Charger, I'm wondering? Is there some way to sacrifice a mono red? Probably some way, but how are you killing that post-combat? Like, the Cacophony, I get it, but pumping the Fireblade, when it doesn't die, it doesn't deal you damage, so it doesn't do much. We'll see. Still sitting in Platinum. Really haven't played much Arena this month. Mulligan. Okay, we can work with this for sure. I think I'm gonna get rid of the Shark Typhoon. So we have the Strictly Lockdown Nonbo. Oh, come on. Okay, course. And Commando makes sense. That's a nice draw, actually. So, yeah, not the best combination, but... Oh, my opponent got rid of the Obosh. So they have some equal cards in their deck now. I'm not gonna get lost on that. Strict Proctor! Yeah, just planning to temporary lockdown here next turn. Probably block. They'll use one of their pump spells, that's fine. As long as it's not built to smash, I guess. Yeah, Sunken Citadel helping with these utility lands is kind of neat. Let's block the Kumano. It's like if they pump this and then sacrifice it, that's more damage than I want, I guess. Monstrous Rage, of course. Play 4 Monstrous Rage, 4 Titan Strength, 4 Build to Smash, 4 Infuriate. You have... A temporary lockdown looking very nice. And with a Get Lost in hand, I feel very comfortable about this game. Temporary lockdown is just this effect that against some decks is lights out, right? Humans hates it game 1. Postboard they have some answers to it, but game 1 is tough. I'm just gonna do this to hit some land drops. Might just take both lands, honestly. Don't really need a Supreme Verdict here, I think, with 2 Get Lost already in hand. And yeah, at this point, this game is done. They probably... Sorry about that. Jesus. Yeah, they agree with me. They probably are sitting on like 5 pump spells or something like that. Okay. Do I actually need free Teferi? Is that like an unnecessary card to play? Also wondering if Discontinuity is just worse than Tail's End, because the trigger is the important thing in early game, and like, yeah, sure, having a time walk later is nice, but yeah, I don't want to die to them, and this is gonna be very fast decided, I feel like. Maybe I should even play Dovin's Veto. Just to have more cheap cards, you know? That's all I'm afraid of. Maybe cut it. Teferi also takes over. I don't know, I'm just gonna... I have a lot of cheap cards. Like, we have the Tail's End, the Strict Proctor, the Get Lost, the Lagoon Breach. I'm gonna be fine. Temporary lockdown. Yeah, right now, probably I would play like 3 temporary lockdown in the main deck of my blue-white control list, something like that. Also the very popular Convoke deck. This hand seems fine. Where lockdown is just, you know, lights out against them. And even against mono green, you can take like elves and Wolfwillow Haven and stuff, so... White. Ooh. What? Just because. Can destroy it with Get Lost. I feel like the creatures are more important. Because the creatures can be pumped. The Vortex cannot be, you know, can't pump that. So Scar. Looks like my opponent is going for the big turn next turn, huh? Yeah, just chilling. I feel like I should just cycle this. Try to find something to do. Yeah. I don't want to use my Get Lost on... I want to use my Get Lost when they use their pump spell. That's my plan. Okay. Yeah, not much to do here. Do I put this on white or blue? Guess doesn't really matter, does it? Blue. I should have put it on white actually, because if I draw temporary lockdown next turn, I might play that and then play a tapped Hallowed Fountain. So that should be on white. I can put this on blue if I want more blue. That was a mistake. A small one, you know, but still notable. You want to play perfect. Okay, now they're going for something. Oh, I know what they have to sacrifice. It's FUD, right? Or something like that. Like a fling effect, of course. So the question is the fling effect instant speed or is it sorcery speed? Because if they have more pump, I want to wait, of course. I want to let this resolve and let them, you know, do their thing. FUD, I believe, is a sorcery? Yeah, pretty sure about that. I'm going to let them have it. Because I want them to use another one. Nah, will you? Okay. I mean, if they're smart, they're just gonna, yeah. I figured. But you know, I'm gonna let that happen too. Maybe they have another one. No. Alright. Down you go. They have another one. Yeah, that's 10 going to 4. Well. Yeah. Shit. Yeah, we're just dead. Alright, GG. Such a stupid game. Yeah, I mean, just got rushed down. Game 1 was a bit of a mess with missing land drops, and then this game was one piece of interaction in the first 2 to 3 turns was just not enough. Alright, you got me, Obosh. Alright, not keepable. Yeah, what's going on? Am I playing any lands? Oh, my opponent's also going to 5, at least. Okay, I can work with this. Again, low on lands though, so. Sounds good, yeah. Oh, it's the Convoke deck. Well, I can already see another non-game. What is going on here? Oh yeah. And the Convoker? Okay, so that is just a casual 14. 14 power, you know. A little bit of something, you know. Get lost, I mean, pretty brutal. They're mulligan to 5. These extra map tokens are just awesome for them. Yeah. Not happy. I'm not happy. I need that temporary lockdown again. That's why I said, like, you should play free of that, and if you're playing normal blue-white control. With the 4th in the sideboard, likely. I think the blue-white Yorion list, the 80 card list, they just play like 4, right? They just play 4. No questions asked, sort of. This is a tap land, which is pretty gross. Yeah, I mean, you don't have many of these, many planes, right? You play like 4 Hallowed Fountain. Hallelujah, okay, alright. Yikes. I don't know, man. Like, he's 20-0. Can't feel the 20-0 deck right now. Mulliganing to 5 constantly. Getting beaten by opposing mulligan to 5. I mean, I can't even complain at that point. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I guess you could Tails End a 1+0 trigger from the Recruiter. Or this. Man, maybe it's better in Discontinuity. Oh well. Farewell is a bit expensive, but it does sweep the board, and they might bring in something like Vetting Announcement. I'm not sure about the Loch-Whale, like, or Get Lost. Get Lost seems kind of horrendous, honestly. But yeah, my sideboard just doesn't have anything. Like, this is not playable, this is not playable. Tails End, I guess. This Discontinuity, yeah, okay, I'll put a Tails End back and 2 Get Lost. I kind of like the Teferi and Memory Deluge because the deck is somewhat low on, you know, like, ways to get ahead. If I start trimming on these effects, Like, what do I have? I have like a 6/6 and a Shark. You know, like I have a lot of removal and a lot of like help cards with my combo. Yeah. Just gonna cut one more Discontinuity. Play another Get Lost. Get Lost really seems bad, but on the other hand, it might be that, you know, kill a 4/4, buy you one extra turn. That could be important. Okay, I have Lockdown. I have Lockdown. Slam dunk keep. I'm on a 7. If I'm not winning this game, what am I winning? Well, the Convoke deck really, really seems to impress. I see it more often, and yeah, I really see it constantly nowadays. I feel like it's just so consistent and so fast. If it draws Gleeful and Venerated Loxodon, you know, the deck just kills you on turn 3. It's really good. It seems to be really good. It seems to have a standing. It can even grind a little bit. I think it's definitely a deck you should have on your radar or playing yourself. Yeah. I have the Lockdown. This is one of the best, if not the best card against it. It's like if they go Loxodon here again, this is crazy. This is outrageous. They're doing it 2 times, yeah, or like that. That's so freaking good. This is even better than Loxodon here because I have the removal. So Loxodon, actually I would have preferred that because, you know, I get rid of all of these. And now they've gotten 2 more cards, so they can easily grind. Yeah, you see, Guardian of Faith. Well, pretty good against sweepers, but a bit slow against the Lockdown. I think I'm gonna cycle the Shark. I have these Deluges. I have my mana situation used up. I just want to find Verdict. Yeah, but I mean, I have to do this, and this was, man, I really wish this would have been a Loxodon, but yeah, as you can see, they might even easily come back from that Lockdown. Talia, damn, that's annoying. Get Lost. Alright, well, I have Eiganjo and Get Lost. They have a Guardian of Faith, I guess. Maybe I was supposed to kill this in my turn. Ugh. Maybe. This just all suck. Guardian of Faith is kind of nice because it does even play around like I can't go removal and then like have Verdict because the creature will be phased out and come back in their upkeep. Yeah, man, I'm just gonna be 0-2 real quick here. I feel like maybe I probably screwed this up. I should have just killed the 4/4 in my turn. And now, if they go for Recruiter, I'm just dead. Well, not a 20-0 deck for me. I had turn 3 Lockdown and they just wrecked me. I mean, again, the Convoke deck is a lot worse when it doesn't draw this card. This card is by far and away the best card, in conjunction, of course, with an early artifact. If they don't draw that, the deck is a lot worse. But if they do draw it, you know. Yeah, I mean, I can go to 1, which... Oh, funny, I can actually channel here. There's not a way of that. Which means I could have played Lotus Field last turn. But yeah, if I go to 1, I think I'm just basically signing my death papers. What I should really... I did mess this game up. I probably wouldn't have mattered in the end, but yeah, I should have get lost the 4/4 in my own turn. And then I could have Memory Deluged here, taken like the 3 damage. Not an additional 4 here. I would be at like 9. I guess I never took the 4, but I would be able to cast this turn Memory Deluge. That's the point. Like I wouldn't need to play removal into removal. I would have been able to cast the Memory Deluge here. So I would still be at 5. I mean, if they play Recruiter, I would be dead, I guess. If I kill this in my turn, I don't know what they will do. They might play Recruiter on their next turn, hit me for a bunch. Like... Yeah. I would I guess I would be in trouble, huh? I wouldn't take these 3, huh? New card there as well, with the Warden. Guardian of Faith looks nice. I haven't seen that in Convoke, but yeah, why not? Why not? Goes around everything. Like, it doesn't give Indestructible, so it just goes around Farewell, Verdict, whatever, everything. 3 mana, Flash. It's a pretty good card. Pretty nice, I like it. And you can find it with the Knight Errant, as they did, and showed me. And I still played into it. I didn't even have the excuse of not knowing about it. But again, this game, like, even if I do that, they probably just play Recruiter, hit me for like 8. I would be at like, I don't know how high I was. I was at 11, 14. I would go down to 8, I guess. No, I would take 7, 6, 8. I would go down to 6. And then it would hit me to 1. Yeah, I mean, I would, like, if I go for Memory Deluge, if they go for Recruiter, I would go to 1 anyways. So, like, I couldn't even go for Memory Deluge. Oh, wow. Okay, well, this is the way I win. This happening. Sack these 2. Okay. Well, I'm at 5. Might still lose. They have 3 more damage here. Okay, if they ever land, I'm dead. Oh, nothing. Okay. Well, I'm certainly dead next turn. I have 1 blocker that's still 6. I have 4 mana, 6 mana, but like weird mana here with the stage, but that won't matter probably. I kinda need a counter spell, which I do not play. Right? That's interesting, huh? The only counter this deck plays is Discontinuity. There's no counter spells. We're playing a blue deck, a blue control deck without any counter spells. Yeah. I'm really skeptical about this list. Like, I'm really skeptical about it. I don't know if you should just copy paste this. I don't know. Anyways, I guess I have to find... I could play this and just hope they don't play the Recruiter, which I find to be unlikely. And if they play Recruiter, I'm just straight up dead. I could try to deluge into my 1 lockdown and play. And an untapped land. Yeah. I don't see any other way. Maybe I bluff and they won't go for it. I'm so stupid. Wow. The Strict Proctor shuts this off. Oh my god. Oh, but they have a Resolute Reinforcements here. But yeah, the Strict Proctor is shut off. Oh my god. Like, that draw was completely, utterly insane as well. Right? Like, they went turn 2 Knight Errant. I mean, then they had this follow-up craziness with Guardian of the Faith and everything here. I mean, I had Verdict and Lockdown. Like, we both giving our best. But they, you know. We live another day. Okay. Alright. One life. Strict Proctor doing its thing. Yeah, I need a sweeper. Sure, I guess. Life gain. No Sunset Reverie. Nothing like that. Yeah. Alright, fair. Maybe I mean, I could have tapped differently, yeah. Could have left up a white. Oh no, the lockdown doesn't even work because my own Strict Proctor, so never mind. I kind of locked myself out of even casting that. Alright, GG. Hey, you know, like, we're not winning, but we're still learning. We're still learning about the new cards, see these interactions, see how this all plays out, and, you know, that's worth something. Play first, yes indeed. Yeah, I mean, no. Okay. Okay. This. Play my tapped Castle Ardenvale, as it has been tapped for every single time. Alright, we're playing blue-white control. No, I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like the deck is more budget than it was before. So no like impulse effect. Like I added the impulses into the deck. Because I figured that might help. Okay. Oh shit, that's actually a legendary spell. I forgot about that ability. Oops. No, that was pretty bad. Okay, fair. Doesn't help that I'm playing shitty. I forgot totally about that legendary clause. My goodness. Ugh, yikes. Okay, fine. Okay. Hope to draw an untapped land next turn, I guess, to be able to rock that farewell. Gix is a card I haven't... Oh, double Mutavault, Jesus. Opponent's going for the throat. No. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have played the Verdict. I mean, if I would have Tails End the Gix, then I would have taken like 2 hits. Whoa, they're playing around Emperor. Okay, that's good for me. Playing around Emperor. Welp. I'm on the preserve life plan here. Just gonna minus on the Shieldred. And I play Lotus Fields, sacking Hallowed Fountain Island. Really don't know about cutting the Strict Proctor either. I always liked that card. That's my farewell. It's gone. Liliana plus, okay. Kill my Teferi. Yep. I'm at 14 life, and they have a Shieldred coming. I have 6 mana. Oh. Not enough to get rid of the Lily, unfortunately. Well, I think I have to play this and bait them into minusing the Lily. And then I can farewell, which, you know, not great, but I can't allow them to just like plus here. You know, this is a very juicy Liliana minus. I mean, killing a 6-drop with a Liliana minus doesn't get any better than that. But yeah, it is what I had to do. I had to sacrifice the poor whale. Don't send any animal rights people onto me, okay? I really like whales, don't get me wrong, but I just had to do it in that spot. So I think I don't really care about my graveyard. And they might have Trespasser, which they do have Trespasser, so I do want to get rid of everything. Boom, boom, boom. Also get the artifact, the blood token. Moment of truth. Okay, they didn't sack the blood, so they like their last card. Not happy about that. We had 9 against double Mutavault. Oh, and a Fable and a Liliana. And another blood. Okay. Yeah. Alright. Well.
I'm tired of your secrets.
Okay. Well. So I do have this hall active. If I played a whale, it's just absolutely terrible against the Lily. And we're really running cold here. Like Liliana's maybe a one-off in these red-black decks. Usually people don't play that card. It's terrible against Convoke and various decks, but you know, it's very good against blue-white. That is for sure. Do have Get Lost to get rid of it, but yeah, didn't draw it this game. Looks like my opponent wants me to activate the hall and then sack sacrifice it, like have it die from the Lily. I'm not actually obliged to that, honestly. I could also activate the Anchorage and then eat this and whale that. If the whale is in the adventure zone, it can't be discarded at least. And then they will kill my Anchorage, I guess, with the Lily, which is reasonable. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. It's like then I can play whale next turn and they have a Lily on 1. Which might be good enough to, you know, stem the bleeding. Just having a 6/6 block those meter walls. Trying to find a way. Oh, they have drawn a removal. No break given. Just getting squashed today. Completely destroyed here. No mercy. Lily at 4, the Veil looks awful. They have double Mutavault as well in the biz. Play this again with like, what? Again, to bait in the Lily. Oh my god, this Lily has done so much work. Like, my hope here is that I guess I mean, but like I'm dead. There's nothing I can do, right? Like, actually, Mutavault put me to 3 after using the Lily, playing a Blood Type, a Verdict, put me to 2-0. And there's no reason not to do it. They can even sacrifice a treasure to put me to 2-1. Yeah, alright. And this Mutavault, pretty good against blue-white control. Liliana, pretty good against blue-white control. 2 facts, not drawing any fatal pushes. I don't know, like, this game was not winnable. I could have countered the gigs with the Tails End. That maybe was the deciding factor after all. But I don't know if I would have won against the Lily and stuff. But then I could have probably gone turn 5 Verdict, the Shield Rid away, and then like turn 6 Teferi, maybe plus, and then maybe win with Teferi. Yikes. That was just rough. Okay, so the Tails End looks actually kind of nice because it does counter Lily, it does counter Gigs, it does counter Shield Rid. They show me 3 legendaries, and of course it does counter the Lotus Field trigger. Verdict, I definitely want the 3rd copy. Stricty. Maybe not for this matchup, huh? I think Lockdown is okay. It does count, it does get rid of the Goblin. Like, if they go Blood Type into Goblin, I can get both. And they likely have Bankbusters post board as well. I don't know. I like everything, I guess. I might just trim Loch-Whale looked horrendous, to be fair, but I can see it being fine in this matchup. Just not against Liliana of the Veil, which... Yeah, I mean, if they have Liliana every game, it's terrible. Absolutely awful. It's also just not that spectacular of a card. Like, I'm surprised to see it. You know, I want to go into this with an open mind, but like, this is not standard. Like, we have pretty good options in Pioneer Explorer. And we don't need to play something like that. I don't know. I mean, he went 20-0. Maybe it's just me. But, you know, on the other hand, I'm also, you know, one of the better control players out there. And I know my shit, so... I don't know. Okay. These Castle Vantress, they're just tap lands now. Sunken Citadel... hasn't really done anything for me. It was one time it cheapened something. Here I go, I guess white. Right. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. Thoughtseize. In case you are playing a regional championship soon, I think the US one is in 2 weeks, which is the biggest regional championship of them all. Oh, look, our Castle Vantress will be untapped. Should I keep up mana? Don't think so. I'm surprised they took the Discontinuity. I would think they take Emperor. That's usually one of the better cards in the matchup. But here, for example, Get Lost in like a grindy setting. Not really where you want to be against this deck. No, you don't want to Get Lost against Red Black. It's super grindy. It's a terrible card in this matchup. They have the 1-2-3 punch. I mean, yeah, all my opponents are showing the best of their abilities. My deck, I don't know, does it show the best of my abilities? No, of course not. It doesn't have Lotus Field turn free anytime. It is pretty sad. It is pretty sad. Yeah, I think I just take damage from the Harvester. I don't wanna use my Get Lost for that. So now I can activate Castle Vantress already. Yeah, fancy Sunken Citadel doing its thing. Might even do that, because Warning Emperor, they have Croxa, great. Yeah, okay, fine. I think I'll just play Emperor and make Samurai here. Try to block the Harvester, I guess.
Now you've done it.
Or the Goblin.
That's coming off.
Should block the Goblin. I think you just want to absorb damage. Looks like they have a removal they're thinking. But yeah, it would not have been unreasonable to Castle Vantress there, but I feel like I'm gonna Castle Vantress next turn, then find me like a Farewell or any type of sweeper when the Fable has flipped already. So like if I scry here, find a sweeper, I don't want to use it because the Fable hasn't flipped yet. So next turn I'm gonna Castle Vantress, hopefully find a sweeper, and then hopefully we win from there. Tails End, okay. Down the line I have an answer for Croxa. On the stack. Emperor, small decision here. Opponent has missed a land drop. I think I'm just gonna kill the Goblin. I'm not gonna make a Samurai here. It sort of comes down to the same, because they would attack with both creatures on the Emperor, which would gain me 3 life if I make a Samurai, but they would gain a treasure. I wouldn't guarantee that the Goblin even trades with the Samurai, and here I do gain 2 life, so ultimately they lose out on a treasure if I make a Samurai, and I lose out on a life. So I'm happy making that trade. Can also counter Tails End, the Exile trigger, I believe. Can you? What happens then? What happens if you counter that, I wonder? Exile the Saga, does it just re-trigger on chapter 3 next turn? I don't know. It should have 4 lore counters on it, right? If it does it on the next turn. So they can't return Croxa quite yet. Thoughtseize, okay. They can definitely do it next turn. So a Farewell would be perfect. Oops, no, do want to activate that. Come on, Farewell. I mean, it's good enough, but I have a Croxa I'm staring down next turn. So I could chill on this verdict. I could chill. I could just pass. And then they hit me for 5, get Croxa back, discard my last card. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that, because if I verdict here, they're gonna Croxa me, I discard my last card, go to 11, next turn I go to 2. From 9 damage, and I have to scry. I mean, I could try, but I'm not going to. If they have another discard spell, I'm going to be a little bit punished. If they don't get the Croxa back, I'm going to be punished. They didn't choose to sacrifice a blood token, so they're not planning to get the Croxa back. And they decided pretty quickly there. Okay. I can live with that one. That's actually... Oh, they can copy it. Ooh, okay. That is 9 damage. Alright, going to 5. Oh, that's perfect. That counters Croxa. Alright, glad I waited. Patient rewarded. Patience. I cannot activate Castle Vantress with just 3 lands, so this is perfect. Tapping, auto tapper didn't do me wrong there, and now we pass. Okay, well, I haven't won this game by any means, but at least we're in the game. So I could activate the castle in my upkeep, but I don't know if I want to do that. I don't think so. I think I want to give myself the chance to draw something. Alright, I didn't. Alright. Playing it. Could keep it in hand, but I think mana in play is actually important with like Castle Vantress and stuff. Yeah. Okay. Well, the Croxa is a bit far away. So this should be okay. I could copy the Meteor Vault. I think I will do that. Alright. It's interesting. I mean, I could have kept the Shark Typhoon on top, but that cost me another 3 life. Tricky situation. So go blank to the bin, that puts them to 4. If they discard another one, that puts them to 5, but that's not enough to get Croxa back right away. Shit. I didn't hope for this to happen. It's like now they're not gonna attack. And this means I will just die slowly to this. Not slowly, pretty quickly actually. The Shark Typhoon got a lot worse just because of that. Man, they do rest me pre-combat. No! Oh wow, if they actually find an untapped land here, they can even get the Croxa back. That would be humiliating. Ah, it's a Blackleaf Cliffs. Yeah, but my opponent got me by my balls. What in the world? Why would you ever attack? Yeah. Even thinking about it makes me question. Like, what? Are you serious? Alright, so there's one card. One card I can draw here. One card. Makes me think I should have copied. Oh, no, I couldn't activate twice, right? Because this Castle Vantress, I don't have another Sunken Citadel. Yeah. Both bottom. I need to find Farewell. I can't really scry again. No, I mean, I'm going to 1 anyways. Like, they have enough mana to activate Meteor Vaults. Yep, GG. GG if they go for the Croxa, pretty much. Man. How did he go 20-0? Different format, I guess. It's Byron here. No, I don't know. No, I don't buy it. I don't buy excuses too much. This deck does not deliver. That's what I think. I'm gonna play more. I'm gonna play 1 more. But you can tell me in the comments. I mean, you can tell me, oh, you're wrong. Look, I'm Platinum Tier 4, dude. Been losing a lot, huh? Yikes. Who's this noob? Who's this Arne Schmidt guy, man? Does he even know how to play Magic? Okay. Okay, we have a playable hand. We again haven't done anything to accomplish the turn 3 Lotus Field. So, unlucky me. White. Looks like we're playing against maybe 80 card blue-white control. And yeah, we're playing a deck with 4 Get Lost, 6 Sweepers, and 3 Loch-Whales. So that's a lot of pretty bad cards for this matchup. No counter spells, so yeah, looks like it's Yori and blue-white. I honestly, at this point, I wouldn't, you know, I wouldn't mind going 0-4, honestly, and just like settle this. Yeah, I don't know. I'm surely unlucky with my draws, with everything around that. So this deck is certainly playable. I don't want to, but I don't know. Maybe he should. Maybe he should take a second look at it. That's what I'm thinking. And you know what I've seen from Patrick though is that he certainly changes decks quickly and like makes changes and stuff. And I don't want to be the guy who's like bashing other content creators, which I'm kind of doing right now. So yeah, like we all try things, try certain stuff. Like the new set just dropped, so we're gonna try the new cards. But I feel like 4 Get Lost, 4 Sunken Citadel, it's just all a bit too. Maybe he had a good moment or two with the cards. He went like 20-0 apparently in his last 4 leagues. So he's like, oh yeah, these cards rock. But in reality, like now if I go Lotus Field, you know, like you can bias yourself into something a little bit. Like if you had good results, you know what I mean? Because you were just running hot. And that's nothing to like blame him on or whatever. We've all done that. Okay, so I guess I think I have to copy the Lotus Field. No. Yeah, no, I do have to, right? Like, I'm so far behind on everything. I just have to hope my opponent doesn't have Teferi. I mean, they're playing an 80-card deck. Maybe they don't have it, but I can't just play Lotus Field here and fall further behind, I think. I also won't have any mana up to counter anything anyways, so there's no question here what I'm going to do. It's pretty simple. And it's, of course, something that... Why am I hesitant to do this? Because it just doesn't feel... You know, my natural being wants to hold up mana against someone who has a very powerful Planeswalker. Although we do have the answer to the Planeswalker, so... there's another powerful Planeswalker, which we have an answer to as well. I have 6 mana now. That's at least something. They have Teferi here. I mean, it would be the icing on top of this video. Just like, give it all to me. Okay, they don't. But they do have 5 power already, have 5 cards in hand. I think to ease the pain a little bit, I will try to go Get Lost Emperor, I guess, this turn. I'm playing as blue-white, so they have Absorb, maybe, Dovin's Vetoes. So I have to play around Color Magic. I hope they don't have another Shark here, that would be... Okay, just an Omen of the Sea. It's honestly, you know, Memory Deluge would have been worse. Shark would have been worse, so... Omen of the Sea is fine. Bottom. And they're gonna crack an Omen. Okay, I respect that. They're digging towards something. I could use this very moment to destroy the Emperor. Why not, I guess? The Emperor at this point is sort of like just this pump station, right? It just puts a counter. And now they gave them 2 maps, so I gave them, you know, something to pump their creatures with. Yeah. Today I'm a punching bag. Yeah, I'm just gonna cast my Emperor and stem the bleeding a little bit. They have a sensor or something that can make disappear. It's just, if I take another 5... Yeah, dude. Yeah, I mean, I could have played around the sensor by casting both Get Lost and Emperor in the same phase. Like going upkeep, Get Lost, and then I guess I could have Memory Deluge to just take my medicine for 5. Mystical Dispute in the main deck. Oh yeah, baby. That's what we're up against today, huh? I'm kind of vibing the Dovin's veto here, like the way they played this, which, you know, would be terrible news for me, of course. Okay, I'm at 11. So if I cast Farewell, I think that's just gonna get countered. I could try it, but like I'm really... Like this is just too obvious of a Dovin's veto, right? Playing Teferi doesn't really work. I could go double Memory Deluge. It's probably my best play. Or I could just risk it and just say, hey, screw it, you have veto. I lose. I don't lose, I guess, but it's looking bad. Maybe I'll go Teferi. They counter, then I go Farewell next turn, but they have a Mystical Dispute. The Mystical Dispute even counters the Farewell. Double Memory Deluge, what am I looking for? Like Verdict, I guess. Verdict would be pretty nice here. 2 Verdicts in my deck. Looking at 8 cards. Okay, I think that's the plan. That is the plan. They can counter my Deluges, then I will just resolve my Sweeper. I also have Lockdown, which would be pretty nice here. It's a cheap card. And it wipes everything. Okay. They're sitting probably on at least like 2 counter spells, which could make things problematic. But at the end, if I find Verdict, I'm happy because not counterable as that is. But hey, guys, as you can tell, you know, like I might be okay or, you know, a professional. Oh, wow. Aggressive. Aggressive. I might be a professional Magic player, but you know, I'm also losing. You know, if you think like you went 0-5 or something, you had a bad streak, remind yourself that, you know, like RNG is part of this game. Deck choice is part of this game, right? Like it might not be you all the time. I don't want to, you know, necessarily protect your bad plays. You might also be doing bad plays, but still, you know, don't be too mad at yourself sometimes, you know, don't be too hard on yourself. Sort of like a reminder here, you know, deck choice, RNG, my opponent's having good draws and stuff. Certainly didn't help here. I mean, if they're, wow, I'm surprised by the aggressive use of counterspells. Yeah, I guess it's farewell time. Probably want to use both Lotus Fields, actually. Okay. I have 2 Memory Deluges. I have a Get Lost for like a Shark or a Teferi. The most annoying card would be a Wandering Emperor, honestly, because again, it would make 2 Samurai tokens, which I just, yeah, don't have good answers to. Okay, 2 Memory Deluge in the graveyard. I don't know what my opponent were thinking. Countering both of those. That is an interesting line of play. I mean, I can see countering the second with like a Mystical Dispute. But countering the first with the Sinister Sabotage? That seems very aggressive. They really were hoping that I didn't have any Sweeper in my hand, I guess. And they were wrong about that.
I'm known for my excellent timing.
Well, Get Lost looking kind of decent here. This, of course, could have also been like a cheap counterspell. Like, again, the deck played Jurai Disruption or Sensor or something like that in the past. Would have been obviously a lot better and Get Lost in this situation. But I also don't want to be a naysayer all the time, like Get Lost. It's just like Fateful Absence does do the trick here. But again, I'm not really sure if it's... I guess it is. It is better than Fateful Absence. The 2 map tokens are worse. Like in this matchup, for example, they can't really utilize the map tokens. Well, they can always utilize the clue to just draw a card. And it does destroy enchantment, which is big. So it could be also a replacement of Destroy Evil in all these white decks. It's a main deckable Destroy Evil, that's for sure. Destroy Evil was always a bit of a risky card to main deck. Why is my opponent thinking? Maybe they disconnected. Am I gonna have my first win of the day? Because my opponent disconnects? I'll count that as a win. I need it for my... No, of course I don't need it. Yeah, looks like it. Well, I catch you later. And you guys will see. Hey, I got a win! Woo! My opponent got defeated fair and square. I just outmatched him, clearly. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, let's talk about the deck real quick. Alrighty, let's wrap this baby up. So, yeah, 4 matches I played today. One of them disconnected in the end. All in all, that is not an insane sample, like not a great sample size. Why am I using the word insane? Anyways, it's not a great sample size. So, you know, the deck could be better than it looks. But I'll leave it at that because for me, it was enough of a sample, which, you know, that I might be biased because the way I see things, the way I, you know, like take data in, I've like seen enough to make me, you know, seriously doubt that this deck is, you know, or the build of the deck is where you want to be. I think something like, and to make sure, like I was a bit of a critique. I wasn't really didn't really give alternatives in this video, so I'm gonna do that right now. I think the number of get lost is way too high. I think you can get away with like 2 of these. Really unimpressed with the Loch-Whale. Having a 6/6 attached is to your removal, even with all the mana, is just not good enough, I believe. It is just that bad. Like a 6 mana 6/6, even with what 2 flash, blah blah blah. It's just not that impactful. Pioneer/Explorer is very powerful. So I'm not a fan of this one. I miss the Emperor. Emperor is amazing. It's just an insane card. So flexible, good in a variety of matchups. Only playing one of them seems absolutely crazy. I know the some of the Team Handshakes guys, Austin Bursevich, I talked to for in the past about Pioneer, and he was a proponent of the blue-white Yorion control deck, and he was saying like Wandering Emperor, the very best card in the deck. No way I'm not playing 4 of that. And I sort of feel that sentiment. Emperor is just incredibly good. Sure, Lockdown will be in a lot of in some matchups, you know, it will be better than Emperor. Just Lockdown will be so damn powerful that Emperor doesn't shine as much. But Emperor just all around, you cannot really go wrong with this card. It's an insanely good Magic card. So yeah, I feel like I would, if I don't go with the Proctor route, which I'm not sure about, honestly, like I always liked it, then I would certainly play another Temporary Lockdown because the card seems very strong these days. Or like when you cut Get Lost, you of course want to play more sweepers for some more interaction. Instead of the Loch-Whale, I would look towards playing something like Impulse or maybe Censor to have more in that regard. And then the Sunken Citadel, again, it doesn't speed you up a turn. If it would allow you to go like turn 3 Lotus Field and then boom, you can copy instantly with the stage after you go on Sunken Citadel into Lotus Field, that would make sense. But because you can only do it on turn 4, that means then you already have 2 lands in the stage, so you don't need the acceleration. What does it do for you? It allows you to do it on turn 6 and you have 2 mana up? Is that what it does? I don't get it. Like, sure, here and there, it cheapened our Castle Vantress, but like, that is really not good enough of an effect. What about Irrigated Farmland? You know, that you can cycle. That one helps your utility lands like Castle and stuff be untapped. again, I don't want to be keeping bashing, but yeah, I'm kind of bashing a lot. I just want to defend my view after this video of the new cards and the things that tried. I hope you don't come around and tell me like I'm sort of a bully because I'm like too real on this. And again, I respect Patrick a lot, and I think he has a lot of ideas and a lot of things he's trying out, and a lot of very, very good ideas. But I feel like this one got a little bit lost in the sauce. In any case, and I just want to keep it real with you guys. So, but yeah, that is Blue-White Lotus Field. That is sort of what I would change. I would probably go more back to the traditional build, even implementing a Strict Proctor likely. Although I do like playing Temporary Lockdown a lot. And yeah, after all, I mean, I don't know. Like, we really didn't go off a lot. And in the end, the format as is, it's very linear, proactive, powerful, like this Convoke deck and all. I feel like you are better off just playing Blue-White Control. You know, just playing those 4 Lockdowns, 4 Verdict, 4 Emperor, whatever. And just being ready for your opponent instead of trying to do like your own fancy Lotus Field thing. It's more consistent. It's just this constant thing that you're always doing and have. And you could incorporate some get loss and that. You're not playing many fancy new cards, of course, but maybe you're playing some Anchorages, I guess. But yeah, I feel like that is just a safer route. We saw, I think in Brazil, we saw the second place, I believe, or top 4 was a Blue-White Control player, Pioneer. So the deck is there, it's playable. It's not great. I wouldn't necessarily suggest you to play it because, again, Pioneer is very all over the place and powerful. But it's playable, I think. It's definitely playable. And it might just be better than Lotus Field. So, yeah, if you're interested in a normal Blue-White video, I can definitely deliver that. And, yeah, let me know in the comments. And I'm also open for any discussion on this deck. If you have any ideas or things that I might have seen wrongly or been a bit too harsh on, just let me know. All right, guys. Thanks for watching as always. See you in the next one. Take care.